Of late, the focus of many educational discussions center on technology and 21st century skills. However, rethinking the spaces that our learners inhabit 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, and over 180 days a year is just as critical. In fact, the moment students enter the classroom, the space informs them more than we can imagine about the type of learning the environment will foster and the clear direction the lead learner in the classroom wishes to go. In many classrooms, this picture is all too familiar. Does this image speak to the beliefs we state about 21st century learning? Are these spaces best capable of fostering the development of our vision for a well-educated global citizen? Have the spaces been intentionally designed in a way that supports learning and teaching? Today, it is not enough to consider the habits we want and the teaching that will get us there. We must begin to provide the habitats that will support the creation and development of the desired habits. The Innovation, Discovery, and Engagement area at Glenbrook North High School is one such 21st century learning space. It is designed for all learners and independent of artificial barriers. Designed to foster a community of scholarly exchange and a culture of interdisciplinary connections, the idea provides multiple streams of learning and professional development centered on 3 core values. 1. Multidimensional learning and teaching. 2. 21st century skills, habits, experiences, and dispositions. And 3. Just-in-time support and learning streams. So join us as we learn more about the idea at Glenbrook North High School.
The idea was designed as a 21st century environment for learning that encourages 21st century skills. In the formal professional development space, we have the flexibility to reconfigure the room for various professional development needs, such as discussions, brainstorming, professional learning activities, and training. Here we have the ability to record sessions that can be used as a professional development resource and to assist in global collaboration and video conferencing.
The Thought Lounge provides opportunities for discussion, brainstorming, and other think tank activities. One of the key features of this space is the whiteboard wall, which allows us to visually map out ideas. This wall spans from our Thought Lounge to our formal professional development space to cater to all learning opportunities.
Faculty support and informal learning takes place in all areas of the idea, especially the informal learning space, which was designed to provide just-in-time support by the instructional technology team to faculty, staff, and students. This space incorporates a flat panel television to quickly and efficiently share computer screens and a professional library. A student instructional support team provides insight on teaching and learning and additional support to teachers and students.
The multimedia and production area was designed to help students and teachers grow in their understanding of multimedia design and new media literacies. This space is equipped with the tools needed to edit and produce multimedia projects. Tables for teachers are strategically placed throughout the idea to encourage collaboration, innovation, and discovery.
Well, the Idea Room at Glenbrook North High School, I think, is an excellent example and a physical demonstration of some of our philosophies. But it's a space that speaks to creativity and a flow of ideas. I think that name of the room is very appropriate. It allows ideas to flow and collaboration to happen. This becomes a home base, a place where you can go and talk about what you'd like to accomplish, and then brainstorm with other people, collaborate on what are all the different ways that you might approach that particular.
I'm an educator who believes wholeheartedly in a student-centered environment. More than that, student-directed environment. And when you're in the idea room, the way it's arranged allows for different types of collaboration to take place, different levels of conversation to take place.
The idea provides a wonderful opportunity for a school that everybody is learning all the time.
What we hold most dear here at Glenbrook North is this concept of a learning community. And the idea represents a place where every constituent in our community has a chance to go to a place and work together and rub shoulders and share ideas.
This room kind of is an epitome of a blended environment. We've got teachers, students, staff members. We've got the formal, the informal, and it all just kind of blends together an overall atmosphere that brings a level of comfort. That's a very powerful thing in which the teachers walk away feeling that they've got so much support. Not only did they get their problem solved while they were there, they have some insight on what they may be able to do in the future.
Probably the greatest piece of technology in that area is the paint that we put on the wall. And so when a group is done and they've written up their ideas, they walk away, someone else comes in, everybody reads the wall. That's the first thing they read when they come in that space. They read the wall, they throw down their ideas, and then it's this continuous sharing and collaboration of ideas. And if you come back in a few hours later to look at your wall and your minutes, suddenly someone else has thrown an idea on there.
The most important piece of that room for me is that it nurtures the teacher getting out of the way.
It's a place where they want to go because they feel that it's exciting. There's things they pick up that put them on what they feel is the leading edge.
I was sitting in the IDEA 2 days before the school year started, and a mom and her son walked by, and they peered in the window, and the young man literally stopped in his tracks, backed up, peeked his head through the door, and went, "Oh man, what's this place?" His mom backed up too. She looked in the door and said, looked around for a minute and said, "Oh, I think I heard of this place. It's a place where you can go, teachers can bring you to do projects or something like that." He said, "Do they hold classes in here?" She said, "Well, I don't think so." He said, "Well, I hope my teacher brings me here every day." And they looked around for a little bit longer, and Mom said, "Every day? Well, yeah, it looks fun." He said, "No, look at the walls." She looked up at the walls, and of course, the room had already been used, and there were colorful marker writings on the walls. She said, "Yeah, colorful." I said, "No, Mom, look closer. It's different handwriting." She's perplexed, "Yeah?" He said, "Don't you get it? If my teacher brings our class in this room, that means the teacher really cares what the students has to say." And I stopped in my tracks when I heard that, because I thought, out of the mouths of babes, we should be listening to them.
I was walking in the other day, I saw a group of students working on a chemistry problem, and they're starting to work on their electron configuration. While having been an old science teacher, I immediately hopped into their conversation and joined them. And so suddenly we were all learning together. And I think that's the beauty of that kind of space, is that spontaneity of learning and a variety of perspectives hopping in there.
The questions from kids and adults that are going to be addressed in the IDEA every day by the staff that is in there opens conversation for, again, a chance to build a learning community toward 21st century learning skills.
It's a great space for this continual learning process amongst all individuals.
It's been a tremendous addition to our school, and I think that it's stepping away from the traditional approach to how you usually construct schools.
When we look at the idea of foundational piece, when we started to think about a new space, was create it for learners. Don't think about students, teachers, staff, just think about learners. And to do that, we had to start looking at some fundamental foundational pieces, such as engagement, learner traits, learning theory, and pedagogy. All those components that when you take those and you start thinking deeply about those, you understand the type of spaces that are needed. And that's the idea.
The first impression of the IDEA is, I want to be here.
It's unbelievable what that room is already doing in our school and the impact that it's having on our students and staff. And